So before TikTok gets banned, we're telling our secrets, right? So when I was 18, I followed my boyfriend to college. People that I knew when I went to that college were my boyfriend and the people that introduced us. My boyfriend, who is now my husband, by the way, so it worked out. I hardly got out and about, so I didn't meet a lot of people until probably like October-ish. So I met these couple girls and we were close the entire year. So one of the girls, we'll call her P. P was talking to this girl in New York and they wanted to meet up. I decided that I would offer to drive her and P's stepsister all to New York. A week or two before this experience, P decides to invite her hometown friends without consulting me. So in my eyes, looking back now, first red flag, but I let go. I was 19 and I wasn't thinking of it at a time. I'm driving, P drives for 1 hour because I don't like people driving my car. So I was the main driver the whole time. Now, before we went to New York, we figured out all the details, okay? We were only gonna stay there for a few days. Then P's girlfriend's family, we were going to stay at their house one night. So when we got there, we found out we were gonna have to stay on the floors of the apartment because there was no extra room. At first I was game. I was like, okay, let's do it. Before we got there, we agreed we would park my car and then we would not use my car at all because there's a bus system and a train system. So P's family wanted me to park my car around them instead of at our hotel because it wasn't in the greatest area. And I was like, okay, maybe. But the thing is, the parking lot was literally a box. So when I got in there, I hit my car. And I was like, that's it. Like, I don't want to drive anywhere. The first day in New York happens. We're all having a great time, okay? Mind you, I am 330 pounds almost, okay? So I'm a bigger girl. I'm walking slow, and my shoes started blistering my feet. So the second day, it was raining and stuff, and we were coming back from the buses, and everyone was talking about going to Long Island. And I'm like, oh, is there a train or a bus system out there? And they're like, no, we thought you'd drive. And I was like, we agreed to not make me drive. We agreed to use the bus and the train. So immediately when I stuck up for myself and said no, because it's my car and we all agreed, it was immediately like 5 against 1. So I say no and they're pissy and stuff with me. Fine, we get back to the hotel, we make plans for tonight, we're going to Times Square. I was asking if we could stay in one night because my feet were killing me, but no one wanted to, and that was fine. We leave and we're taking the train and we're walking to the train and all these people are in front of me. No one's staying back with me. Everyone's leaving. Approaching, there were a bunch of stairs and stuff, and I was like, okay, people will wait for me when I get up there, surely. I'm walking up and they're all just going through the subway thing to the subway. We get on the subway and I can tell people are pissed at me because I didn't drive. I didn't want to do what people wanted to do, okay? That when we got to Times Square, I was gonna Uber back to the hotel alone. So they're pissed about that. They probably think I was a drama queen, but no, my feet were killing me and I knew these bitches weren't gonna wait. So we get to Times Square, P stays back and she's like, I'll wait with you. And I was like, no, because no one else was waiting. Everyone was like way up there and I would rather you not get left behind too. So I tell her to go ahead. But then I realized that, oh my God, it's almost 10 o'clock at night and I'm in Times Square all by myself. As I'm waiting, I decide to just wrap myself around this pole. My thought process is if someone's gonna grab me, they're gonna have a hard time unlocking my arms from this pole. Uber pulls up and I get in and I get back and I'm throwing up. I am sick to my stomach. I was so stressed from this whole situation that I feel like I'm just throwing up everything. And then I started throwing up bile. And mind you, they didn't get back till 4 a.m. I started feeling very down on myself. I am hyperventilating. I'm having severe panic attacks at this point. What's important to note is that the hotel that we were in was a very tall hotel. I started looking out at the ground and I'm like, if I jumped from this window, I'll for sure be gone. But then I was like, no. If we're gonna do this, we're not having a chance of us being here after. So I started figuring out how to get to the roof of the building, which I know some people are gonna be like, oh, it's so easy to get to a roof. When you're in that mindset, it's not so easy. I had every intention to just go and be gone. Luckily, something came to mind. Why am I going to end my life before it even started over people who are bullying me? During that time of me getting sick and stuff, I texted them and I was like, you know what, I'm done. I will stay here till Sunday, but when our hotel runs out, I'm leaving. Like, you can either be in the car with me or not. They could say, well, we were going to stay till Monday. We were going to stay on Monday. We were going to stay till 2 a.m. on Monday morning. So like 12 hours would not have made a difference. The next morning they left for 5 or 6 hours for breakfast and no one talked to me. I was trying to talk to P. And P would not look me in the face. I was actively trying to talk things out and work things out because I know I fucked up. And I was trying to apologize and stuff, but I was trying to talk one person because, mind you, it was 5-on-1. She refused to talk to me. That was it. That was my last straw. It was Friday. We were supposed to leave Sunday, okay? I was willing to stay in the hotel the rest of the time so that way we could all leave together. But that wasn't an option because they weren't working with me. I walked into my room, I was sharing with her hometown friends and stuff, and I started packing. At that moment, I was like, I'm leaving. I've almost ended my life over these bitches, and that's not worth it. I called my mom, and you know what my mom did? She was like, do I need to get on a plane so that we can drive your car back together? So it was either I leave by myself then, or my mom was coming and leaving those bitches in New York. Mind you, before all this, I looked up train tickets, plane tickets, and everything. There were so many tickets for them to get out. Whether or not they could afford to leave, that wasn't my fucking problem anymore. The two hometown friends, one of them came in and was like, give me your keys. And I looked at her, I'm like, no, but you can get your shit out of my car. I let them get their shit out of my car. I packed my shit up, I put it in my car, and I fucking left. I blocked them all as I was driving away.